Hello, everyone. My name is Spencer, and welcome. Today, we're honored to speak with a Ukrainian citizen who is currently living through the ongoing war in Ukraine. Our goal is to better understand everyday life, the resilience of the Ukrainian people, and hear a personal perspective on living during such a challenging time. Thank you so much for joining us. Would you please introduce yourself?
First of all, thank you so much for inviting me to this interview. It's a
Mm.
pleasure to be here, and I'm really grateful for the opportunity to share my story. My name is Anastasiia, and I'm 27 years old.
Oh, wow. That's cool. Um, could you tell us a little bit about where you're from and what you do?
I was born in Kharkiv, Ukraine. It's
Mm.
located in the eastern part of the country
Wow.
and is one of the Ukrainian largest city with a population of around 1.5 million people. Many
Wow.
people also know Kharkiv as the country's first capital.
Oh.
And as for what I do, I work for an international IT company as a lead talent acquisition specialist. I lead recruitment efforts to help find talented professionals for international projects and clients from all over the world.
Wow. That's amazing. Wow. That's really a lot to take in. I've been to Kharkiv before. I've heard of these IT specialists such as yourself, and now we're finally speaking to them. Anyways, what is living in Ukraine like?
Uh, well, that's actually a difficult question to answer because life in Ukraine today is full of contrasts. I would describe it as a mix of living your best life at home while also living with the reality of the war. We still work, build our careers, spend time with family and friends, and enjoy the things we love. At the same time, there are days and nights when we have to go to bomb shelters because of missile drone attacks.
Yeah.
Even
Sorry.
after mm, even after a difficult night with no sleep or little sleep, you just still wake up, go to work, and keep moving forward. Life doesn't stop. It's a good news. So, if I had to summarize it, I'd say that living in Ukraine makes experiencing both joy and hardship at the same time. Despite everything, we continue to believe in our future, our victory, and that one day Ukraine and my hometown of Kharkiv will once again to be a place full of opportunities.
Wow. That's incredible. That's a lot of that shows the type of resilience Ukrainian people have. Um, Now, on to the next question. What are some of your favorite activities or hobbies?
I can't imagine my life without sports. Over the
Mm.
years, I've tried many different activities, but I eventually found the one I truly love, Kango jumps. Have you ever heard about Kango jumps?
No, no, no. What is that?
Very intensive cardio workout when you perform choreographed routines while wearing special rebound boots that let you jump.
Oh, wow.
It's yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's energetic and it always put me in a good mood. And my another hobby is making soy candle with different scents.
Wow, that's pretty useful. And I've seen some of them, very well crafted and they smell good. Are there a lot of nightclubs or discotecas in Ukraine?
Unfortunately, not anymore, at least not in the way most people imagine them. Because of the war, we have a curfew, which means people are not allowed to be outside during certain hours, and
Mhm.
restaurants, bars, and another venues have to close. In Kharkiv, the curfew starts at midnight, so everyone needs to be home by then. Over time, people have adopted as much as possible. Some bars invite DJs and organize small parties in the evening, usually starting around 8 or 9 p.m., but they always finish before midnight so people have enough time to get home safely. So in traditional sense, nightclubs and late night discos don't really exist in Ukraine anymore
Mhm.
because of the war, but like this.
Understood. What exactly is happening in your country and where?
Although many people around the world became aware of the war after Russia's full scale invasion in 2022. But it's important to remember that the war actually began in 2014 when Russia illegally annexed Crimea and occupied parts of the Donbas region. Everything changed on the 24th of February in 2022 when Russia launched a full scale invasion from multiple directions. Since then, the war has affected almost every part of Ukraine. People often ask me, by the way, why this happened. And honestly, I still don't have an answer. From my perspective, Russia is aggressor. It brought war to an independent European country, causing immense suffering and the loss of countless innocent lives. Russia expected Ukraine to surrender quickly, but that didn't happen. We are an independent nation and we want to decide our own future. Um, that's why we continue to resist, support one another, and defend our country. Above all, we hope for the day when Ukraine can finally live in peace again.
That's awesome. That's very beautifully said. It's a tragedy as well. Has the current war affected the way you live your life?
The war has changed every part of my life. My boyfriend serves in the Ukrainian military, so we can't plan our lives the way most couples do. Sometimes we are together, and sometimes we are apart for long periods because of his service. That's why I truly value every day we get to spend together. Another challenge is constant uncertainty. You can make plans, but in air raid alert can change everything in a matter of minutes. Staying safe has become a part of our daily routine, unfortunately. Even traveling abroad is much harder now because all Ukrainians' airports are closed.
Mm.
When I visited my family in Germany, the journey from Kharkiv took almost 2 days
Oh,
by
wow.
train bus. Yeah.
That's a
The
long way.
war, yes, the war has also changed my life. I see life. I has made my appreciate every moment with the people I love because we have learned that tomorrow is never guaranteed.
Yeah, this is true. Wow. What does a normal day after the war look like?
A normal day in Ukraine probably looks much more ordinary than many people imagine. I wake up, get ready for work, and after work, I usually go to the gym or meet my friends or family. Sometimes we go to a cafe, restaurant, or simply take a walk around the city. The difference is that our daily routine can change at the moment, just like because
Yeah.
of air raid alerts. Is there a missile or drone threat? We have to interrupt whatever we are doing and focus on staying safety. Despite that, we continue living our lives. We celebrate birthdays, make plans, trying to make plans, go to work, spend time with the people, and try to enjoy really every peaceful moment.
Wow. Okay.
And I think, that's something many Ukrainians really have learned to keep living.
Wow. That's a pretty tough situation, to be honest. I don't know how, someone can live like that, and it just goes to show the mental fortitude that these people have and have been enduring all of this time. What did a normal day look like before the war?
Before the full scale war, life felt much more predictable and carefree. I could make plans without worrying that they might suddenly be cancelled because of an air raid alert. I could travel freely around Ukraine or fly abroad whenever I
That's
wanted.
yeah.
It's the same meeting friends, going to restaurant, attending events. Of course, I still had work responsibilities and everyday routines, just like anyone else, but there were a sense of security that many of us probably took for granted. Looking back now, I realize how valuable that feeling was. Today, I appreciate even the simplest moments much more that I did before the war.
Okay. So On to the next question, very important. What are ordinary citizens doing to support the military or the ZSU?
Ordinary Ukrainians support our military in many different ways. Helping has become a part of everyday life. The most common way is through donations.
Mhm,
People raise money not only for the armed forces of Ukraine, but also for hospitals, humanitarian aid, and civilian affected by the war. In Ukrainian banking apps, we have a fundraising tool like a jar where
mhm.
anyone
Yeah.
can donate any amount to support a specific cause. Many people are also volunteer by making trench candles, weaving camouflage nets, collecting humanitarian aid, or helping deliver supplies to the front line too. I
Wow.
think I think that makes Ukraine special is that people don't wait for someone else to help. Everyone contributes in whatever way they can because every donation and every act of support makes difference.
Yes, this is a big one. I've heard that there is a very big group called the Hartia Brigade, one of the best brigades in the ZSU, or I mean, I'm sorry, it's the National Guard of Ukraine. What are your predictions for your country for the next 2 to 5 years?
Over the next 2 to 5 years, I
Yes.
see Ukraine achieving victory over Russia, which I consider to be a terrorist state. We
Yes.
are doing everything we can to make that happen. Our soldiers are defending our country on the front lines, while millions of ordinary Ukrainians support them every day in countless ways. I sincerely believe that we will be able to change, of course, of events, achieve victory, and rebuild our country. Uh, I believe Ukraine has a bright future, and I'm confident that we will emerge from the war stronger than ever.
Hmm. This is good. Why do you think Russia is bombing apartments, hospitals, or schools?
Uh, I believe that the Russia fails to achieve its objectives on the battlefield. It lashes out but attacking civilian targets. I think they believe that by bombing apartments, building, hospitals, schools, and other civilian infrastructure,
Mhm.
they can spread fear, break our spirit, and force Ukrainians to give up. Uh, to be honest, of course, we are afraid. Anyone who said that Arendt would probably not be telling the truth. It's frightening to hear explosions and air raid sirens and to know that innocent people are being killed. But we will not break. In fact, every missile that hits residential buildings, every hospital that is damaged, and every school that is destroyed only strengthens our determination and deepens our anger toward Russia. Their attacks don't make us want to surrender. They remind us even more why we have to keep fighting for our freedom.
Yes, this is true. Now, on a much lighter note, um, are Americans welcome in your country?
Absolutely. Americans have always been welcome in Ukraine, and I truly believe they always will be. We have really difficult years, and the United States and the American people have provided significant support to Ukraine, and many Ukrainians are deeply grateful for that.
Yes.
Ukraine has always been a warm and welcoming country. Before the war, many foreigners came here to study, work, travel, and build businesses.
Wow.
I sincerely hope that after our victory, even more people from the United States and around the world will come visit Ukraine.
Um, what do you know about America?
I have never been to the United States,
Oh,
but of
wow.
course, I know quite a bit about it. I know it's made up of 50 states,
Hmm.
has a very diverse population, and is one of the world's leading country in technology, business, and innovation.
Hmm.
Because I work in the IT industry, many of
Yeah.
the companies and products I use every day came from the United States. And of course, I know that the United States has been one of the Ukraine's key partners, providing significant military, humanitarian, and financial support since the beginning of full-scale invasion. And I'd really love to visit one day and experience the country for myself.
Oh, wow. Well, whenever you're ready, come on over.
There are several places I would love to see. New York has always fascinated me because of its energy and iconic landmarks. I'd also love to visit California, especially Los Angeles, and experience a completely different side of the country.
Mhm.
Uh, I'd also love to explore some of America's national parks and see its incredible nature beauty.
You know what is also a natural beauty besides New York and California? The state of Washington. Can never go wrong with the Pacific Northwest.
Mhm.
What does it mean to be a Ukrainian?
To me, being Ukrainian means being resilient. It means loving your country, standing by your people, and never give up, even in the most difficult times. It means continue to live, work, dream, and support one another despite everything that happening around us. Being Ukrainian also means valuing freedom. Over the past few years, we've shown the world that our independence and the right to choose our own future and work fighting for. I'm proud to be Ukrainian. I'm proud of our courage, our kindness, our unity, and our ability to keep moving forward no matter how difficult the world around us.
Wow. That's very unique and very heartwarming to hear from you. And I have one last question. Many people around the world, especially citizens of America, are going to watch this interview. What is your message to them?
First of all, thank you for taking the time to watch this interview
It's my
and
pleasure.
for wanting to learn more about Ukraine. My biggest message is this: please don't stop talking about Ukraine. Don't let this war become something people simply get used to or forget. Behind every headline are real people, real families, and real lives. I also want to thank everyone who has supported Ukraine in any way, whether through donations, volunteering, sharing information, or simply caring about what is happening. Your support truly matters, and Ukrainians feel it. And finally, I hope that one day you will have the opportunity to visit Ukraine. Not only you, all of Americans.
Yeah.
And I want you to see our beautiful country, meet our people, and experience our culture for yourselves.
Okay.
I believe you will discover a nation that is incredibly strong, welcoming, and full of hope. Thank you for listening, and I hope the next time we meet, we will talking about Ukraine in time of peace.
Wow. That's something very remarkable. Such a wonderful interview. Thank you, Miss Anastasia. I hope everyone was watching this interview. If you'd like to watch more, don't forget to click down below and also subscribe. Turn on your notification button. And until next time, we'll see you. Thank you, Anastasia.